written and directed by Rian Johnson, Star Wars The Last Jedi delivers an action-packed, humor-filled epic. It's inspired in its risk and clever in its nostalgia. I, for one, am appreciative of the darker tone and Johnson's willingness to subvert expectations. Snoke is dead. Rey's parents are no one of significance, a great callback to Anakin's origins. Sometimes it's okay to retreat and regroup instead of always standing your ground, especially if it means annihilation, and so on. However, if diehards are looking for fan fulfillment with strict adherence to canonical books and media that came before, then they will be extremely disappointed. So too I feel with Luke's seclusion, which for me, judging the film as a film in and of itself, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a projection of the human element wherein his actions are grounded and relatable. Snoke was a disappointment though. The significance built up in The Force Awakens surrounding the mystery and legend of the character deflates when Kylo Ren unceremoniously slices him in half. And Finn and Rose's subplot did feel a bit forced, as in, someone said, we need to give these two something to do. Domhnall Gleeson, I felt, tended to be a bit out of place at times with the overacting, and the middle does tend to drag a bit. I mean, it's one thing to let a scene breathe, but there were one too many times when it extended on for too long, and there were a few extraneous shots of scenery that could have been cut to improve the flow of the film. But let's talk about the good. This film is gorgeous. The cinematography is incredible. Each scene is captured beautifully, and the CGI keeps getting better and better. The sound designers on this film, though, should get a lot of praise because the way that they mix together the explosions and effects juxtaposed against the strategic use of silence in the film, it left me in awe. And I think what I like most about the film is how the story moves the series forward. It introduces a number of new ideas that's both exciting and refreshing, such as the new uses for the Force, like being able to astral project, and the new features in their tech, like the Star Trek style hyperspeed and being able to track someone at light speed. That was great. It moves the series away from the criticisms of the last film with The Force Awakens of relying too much on nostalgia and makes The Last Jedi stand on its own. Now, there were some great performances all around by Daisy Ridley, Adam Driver, John Boyega, Kelly Marie Tran, Billy Lord, and of course Mark Hamill himself. I think the standout performances in a scene, though, had to do with the back and forth between Laura Dern's Admiral Holdo and Oscar Isaac's Poe Dameron. And surprisingly, even though I wasn't the biggest fan of this subplot, my favorite performance for sure was Benicio del Toro's Snaky Commando. It just stood out to me the most. And it'd be remiss of me not to mention the final performance by Carrie Fisher on film. Every time the General was on screen, it was a delight. She was moving, powerful, she turned into Superman for a minute, that was a surprise, but cheekiness aside, it's bittersweet because we could see how each film has been serving as a resolution for each of the characters from the original trilogy. The Force Awakens was for Han, The Last Jedi is for Luke, the next was supposed to be for Leia, and now I don't know if we'll get to see that, but nevertheless, this is my favorite of the entire franchise, and I can't wait to see what else comes next. And remember, please subscribe so that you're notified in your newsfeed when the next video is uploaded. Please remember to give this video a like and share it about and help support this channel through Patreon and using any of the affiliate links in the description below. You people are awesome, as always. And thanks for watching.